Hey, have you ever dreamed of a bun so soft it feels like biting into a cloud? With a savory, perfectly seasoned sausage at the heart of every petal? Let me show you how to create these irresistible sourdough sausage buns that bloom like flowers and melt in your mouth. These aren't just buns, they are an experience. With a fluffy sourdough base, flavorful sausage, and a flower-like shape, every bite is a perfect blend of soft texture and savory goodness. The secret? A perfectly fermented stiff sourdough starter and a touch of love in every fold. Let's get started to bake. First step, we start with our trusty sourdough starter. What is sourdough starter? A sourdough starter is a natural leavening agent made by fermenting a mixture of flour and water naturally, which captures wild yeast and beneficial bacteria from the environment. This microorganism causes the starter to bubble and rise, producing the gas carbon dioxide that leavens bread and gives it a characteristic changey flavor. This is how it works. When you mix flour and water, enzymes in the flour break down starches into simple sugars. Wild yeast and bacteria feed on these sugars, producing gases and acid as byproducts. Over time, usually 5 to 7 days to develop a new starter, the starter becomes active, bubbly, and ready to use for baking. If you want to know about this secret recipe, make sure that you sign up my sourdough masterclass. Click on the link in the description box below or go to www.hankery.com/masterclass and sign up today. Now let's go back to our foundation, a stiff sourdough starter. Once you have the active sourdough starter, now let's make our stiff sourdough starter, which is the secret for this light and fluffy Japanese sausage bun. Combine 80 grams of active sourdough starter and add on 80 grams of water. Give it a quick mix. Add in 25 grams of custard white sugar. Lastly, add in 180 grams of bread flour, which contains about 11 to 13% of protein. Slowly knead into a stiff dough and let it work its magic for 8 to 12 hours until it doubles in size. Remember, patience is key. It's the heart of our fluffy sausage buns. Now for the bread dough, combine all the dry ingredients. 2 tablespoons of milk powder, 2 tablespoons of acai powder. Acai powder is a dietary supplement derived from the acai berry, a small dark purple fruit native to the Amazon rainforest. Is often touted as a superfood due to its high antioxidant content and other potential health benefits. Include into our bread will be fantastic as well. Now add on about 400 grams of bread flour. Use the high protein content of flour. And then add in 25 grams of custard white sugar. Add in a pinch of salt. In a separate clean bowl, let's add in our wet ingredients. We will be using 200 grams of plain Greek yogurt. Add in 150 ml milk. Let's squeeze in 30 grams of honey. Now it's time for us to add in our sweet stiff sourdough starter. This sweet stiff sourdough starter is a type of starter that is categorized by its lower hydration level and the addition of sugar. These unique combinations result in the starter that is denser, less sour, and strong gluten network. When tearing a piece of sweet stiff starter, the gluten network creates a delicate web-like structure. This is a sign of a healthy, well-developed starter. The more developed the gluten network, the better the bread will rise and the more tender the crumb will be. Add all this fine spiderweb texture sweet stiff starter into our wet mixture. Place the mixing bowls into the workbench mixer. Pour in all the dry ingredients that we mixed previously. Start the mixer with low speed to avoid all these dry ingredients flying around. When the dough started to form a ball shape, and you can adjust the speed into medium. After mixing a couple of minutes, fold in 40 grams of softened butter for that extra fluff factor and also better taste. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any upcoming recipes. The baker's secret is the window pane test. Window pane test is a simple technique used to determine if bread dough has been kneaded enough. It's a reliable way to assess the gluten development in our bread dough, a crucial factor in achieving a well-risen loaf. If the dough stretches without tearing, it indicates well-developed gluten. Cover with cling film and let it rise until double in size. After the bread dough has doubled in size, a press test is my favorite to use to determine its readiness for baking. The ideal dough should have a slight resistance and return to its original shape slowly, ensuring optimal texture and flavor in the baked bread later. Phew, how many tests are this bread dough need to go through? So stressful. Remove the dough from the mixing bowl into the clean workspace and slightly flour. Divide the dough into 12 portions using the workbench scraper. My pro tips here is to use a kitchen scale to weigh the total dough and then divide the total weight by 12 to get the weight of each portion equally. Weigh each portion as you divide the dough and roll into the ball shape. Set it aside. Rolling the dough into balls is a crucial step in the bread making process. It ensures even baking, tightens the gluten structure for a better shape and crumb. Distribute sourdough evenly for consistent texture and makes the dough easier to handle. By taking the time to shape the dough properly, you will achieve more beautiful and delicious bread, even though we will reshape that later. So this is, we call it first pre-shape. Next, grab one portion of dough and the sausage. Try to roll the dough and measure the length of the sausage. This will be the width of the dough when we roll it out. Roll the dough into a rectangle with the width matching the sausage length. This ensures the sausage fits snugly without gaps. The dough should be thin but sturdy enough to hold its shape. And roll the sausage up tightly. Make sure the seam is sealed by pinching it gently. It keeps the filling intact during baking. Think of it as wrapping a tiny delicious blanket around the sausage, perfectly snug. Repeat the same step again. Grab one portion of dough and use a rolling pin to roll into the rectangle shapes. If the shapes roll overly too wide, don't worry, just fold it over into the center and try to make sure to roll into the long rectangle shapes, and it should be the length of the sausage length as well. Once you're satisfied with the shapes, and place the sausage in the middle and roll it over. Close the dough seam by pinching it gently and roll into the perfect shape. Here's where the magic happens. Once your sausage is wrapped, take a workbench scraper or sharp knife and make 4 gentle slits into the dough. Be careful not to cut all the way through the dough. Each slit will create one of the petals for our flower. Now gently pull apart each section and fan them out. This is how you create that blooming flower effect. If too difficult to open it up, slightly open up using the workbench scraper and cut through a little bit more until you're able to create that blooming flower effect. Don't worry about making it perfect. Each bun will have its own unique charm. Look how pretty that is, like a cherry blossom with the unique twist of flavor. Let me repeat that again. Take a bread dough with sausage wrapped around. Take a small sharp knife or workbench scraper. Make 4 gentle slits into the dough. Be careful again not to cut all the way through the dough because you do not want it become a circle shaped. Now, gently pull apart each section and fan them up in one circle. This is how you can create that blooming flower effect easily. At the end of the 2 petals, make sure that you can slightly join that together. How gorgeous and beautiful are they? It's such a simple technique, but yields stunning results. Place them on the greased baking tray and let it rise double in size. After an hour, it's roughly the size has been doubled. Preheat fan-forward oven into 170 Celsius. While preheating, brush the buns with a little milk and sprinkle some white or black sesame seeds on top for that beautiful golden finish. And there you have it, your blossom flower buns, ready to bloom in our oven. Pop them into oven and let them bake until they're golden brown and fluffy. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. And there you have it, our beautiful Japanese blossom hot dog sausage buns. Serve them warm with your favorite toppings if you like, and watch your family and friends rave about your culinary baking skills. With a little patience and a lot of love, you can create something truly special and healthy. So why wait? Get baking and enjoy the delicious rewards by using the healthy sourdough starter. These sourdough blossom sausage buns have an irresistibly soft and airy texture, with a lightly golden crisp exterior that gives way to a pillowy interior. Each bun is tender and springy with just a hint of chewiness from the sourdough starter. Together with a flavorful hot dog filling evenly, each bite feels indulgent yet well balanced. Here's recap my recipe, or you can go to hankery.com for print out recipe. Remember, the key to great bread is patience and practice. Experiment with different flours, techniques, and flavors, and most importantly, have fun with it. Make sure you check the next video, which is porcupine hedgehog bread recipe, also using sourdough starter. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more delicious recipes and baking tips. Thanks for watching.